Hi everyone, and welcome to another video on my channel where, as you could see from the title, we are going to talk about some more clean, whatever that terms might be, fragrances. And if this is something of your interest, then keep on watching. And before you leave this channel, don't forget to like, share some ideas in the comments box below, as well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so far. And if you haven't yet followed any of my videos, then my name is Emilia and we're all about fragrances. And let's not go more long and just start it. So, as mentioned in the first episode of this four-part series, I was kind of like explaining to you guys that, in my opinion, smelling clean does not necessarily mean that you have to kind of like smell like a Dove spray or Dove soap, but you might smell still clean when you just use some watermelon like, um, you know, scented shower gels, or maybe some rose scents that will give you this freshness, cleanness, floral kind of like vibe. Or you might want to be more of an aquatic, more on the fresh side, maybe citrusy even. So maybe even some plant here. Therefore, I kind of like try to diversify the fragrances as well. And I selected from my fragrance collection those fragrances for you guys that I think would kind of like give you this clean, fresh vibe, the fresh laundry like citrusness, crispness as well. So let's get just with one of the cheapest ones from today's fragrances, and that's Cheap and Chic by Moschino Light Clouds. It has a very cute bottle, I have to admit. First of all, the way I met with this fragrance is that my first manager here in Cyprus, like ages ago, she was wearing it, and I absolutely loved it. When she passed by, I could smell a nice, clean scent trail around me, and I was like blown away. And I just like couldn't ask her at the beginning because I was shy, I was in my 20s. And I said, okay, at one point I had to ask her because she was, wearing it as a signature scent. I absolutely love it. It was like mind blowing. It wasn't something offensive, and absolutely love it. And also the bottle is very cute. I actually thought it reminds me of Popeye the sailor, his wife, um, kind of like, but also maybe like a penguin. But overall, it has also the clouds on it. Now, going to the scent itself, this is for me one of the cheapest fragrances from today. And this, it's very light, very airy, kind of like watery florals, and at the same time, smooth musk smell, you know, and it's lovely scent for all day. Um, in general, I love airplanes and staring, from the plane windows at the clouds. The planes, they have these tiny oval windows, and basically this is one of those fragrances that reminds me of clouds. It reminds me of, being in an airplane, being around the clouds, and the clouds having different kind of shapes. Sometimes you see shapes of animals, you name it. Now, the ethereal beauty of this fragrance and lightness and airy accords softens. And for me, this is the freshest, juiciest, cleanest, crispest fragrance one can possibly have. This is actually my second bottle, so it's my backup that I started using because I love it so much. Even though I have over 260 fragrances in my collections, not to mention the dupes or copies that I have or clones. And I think that says a lot about this fragrance. And if you want to smell clean, fresh, at the same time, a bit of delicious, like you're wearing a freshly laundered clothes, then this fragrance would be it, in my opinion. One issue this that you might face with this fragrance would be the fact that you would need to reapply, purely because this comes in an eau de toilette formulation, not as an eau de parfum. So maybe in future, if Moschino will release a new version of this or reformulated version, maybe they could come up as an eau de parfum, because absolutely amazing scent. Perfect perfume for those who work with a lot of different people as well. So for example, if you're in a sales environment, maybe you're a dentist or the secretary of the dentist, maybe you're working in a bank environment, um, it's maybe a fragrance that you might want to wear on your interview. So it's an amazing scent. So very versatile, in my opinion. Again, it's timeless, ageless. You can wear it day, you can wear it night if you want to, because it's very versatile and it has that clean, crisp effect. I do prefer to use it mainly during daytime in working hours, and obviously use more sweet fragrances during, evening times. So, but again, it's my preference. Another cheap fragrance that I have here, and it's one of those that I literally um, find very unique. And starting from the box presentation, everything, it's Calvin Klein's Woman by Calvin Klein. Um, the only complaint that many people have raised is this cap on it, which does take a lot of space in my fragrance drawers. So I actually keep it aside. I do keep it because I want to have it. However, when I keep it in my drawer, I set this on the side of the drawer, and then like this, the fragrance. Now, for me, this literally smells like clean, fresh, lovely, airy clothes when you smell it and you inhale this. And then you take this beautiful breath of fresh and beautiful air. Um, this is a 100 milliliter bottle, and as you can see, there is a dent in it. Keep in mind that I ordered this like few months ago maximum. So it's a recent edition, and it's something that I really tend to grab when I'm in a rush, and being a full-time mom and as well employee, I sometimes need fragrances just to grab and go. And you know, for me, this is very beautiful. It's very airy. It's perfect for every day. You feel so clean, so pretty, so fresh. Of course, there is a note here for the fragrance. There is a masculine note in it, which I believe is the combination of the black pepper and cedar, but you do get as well the freshness from the citruses. So keep this in mind. So because it kind of like has a bit of edginess, even though it's named woman, the fragrance, it does have this tendency of masculine a bit. But for me, it's very comforting. It smells like fresh laundry. Definitely is not going to be a unique scent, but you know, I believe the right woman can pull this off and make it even sexy. On my skin, I smell the citruses, the raspberry, and then it softens and becomes more of a warm cashmere. And what I like that when I apply it even on my clothes, it smells greener and woodier. I was initially afraid from the eucalyptus combined with the florals and the black pepper, but this combination, as mentioned, it's a unique one. That's why you have this kind of like a bit of edginess from it. But overall, what do you want from a fragrance that projects well, performs well, lasts you all day, stays clean, it gives you this clean um, vibe, and it's only around €45 for 100 milliliters. It's a really, really good price. Now, moving on, I'm going to go to one of my favorite flankers from Paradiso. And obviously, it's going to be a fragrance that I'm going to mention a few times on my channel because it's something that I really, really enjoy. And this is actually Paradiso Azzuro by Roberto Cavalli. I was looking, the only thing is because of the bottle, it has my fingertips and fingerprints all over. I'm not sure how much you can see it. So this is how it is look like. It's beautiful representation, the bottle of the juice inside. So as you apply it and as it evolves this fragrance, that's how it becomes more. So for me, basically, this fragrance, it's more fresh. Some they consider it has a bit of masculinity because of the cypress in it, but the dry down is very soft and very well blended. I do consider this scent again great for everyday wear, especially in hot summers. And believe me, in Cyprus, the weather can be extreme, like literally 45 degrees. We had even 50 degrees, and I'm talking about Celsius, not Fahrenheit. It's a beautiful scent. It's strong scent. It smells overly expensive, so it does not smell cheap, and that's what I love about it. It has, again, an expensive, chic, sophisticated, kind of like luxurious bottle, and all this at an affordable price. And because of the color, because of the bottle, it gives me this feeling of a holiday at, a luxurious resort at some Mediterranean destination, such as Cyprus, which is my country. I detect very well the aquatic notes, jasmine, as well the citruses coming from the bergamot. Jasmine and the sandalwood are the clearest notes after. And overall, this scent is very fresh, it's very light. At the same time, it represents a modern and feminine style. But on some, it may come off a bit masculine. So that's why take this fragrance with a grain of salt and obviously test it out because, again, what smells nice on me might not smell nice on you, and the other way around goes. It works. Now, once again, this was Roberto Cavalli Paradiso Azzurro, or Blue Paradise. Another fragrance here that I have, and it's going to be in the cheap category in the lines, and it's very beautiful fragrance again, in my opinion. And because I mentioned the word beautiful, I have to name the fragrance, which is Calvin Sky Beauty. So Beauty. Again, this is a 100 milliliter bottle. I have the full size purely because I believe this is a full size bottle worthy fragrance for the price that it is. And given the juice that it has, I'm not sure if you can see the dent again, but let me try to turn it upside down. There is some. I started using it. It's a very classic and interesting bottle. The juice inside, or the fresh scent here, it's a very versatile, very light, pleasant, and floral scent. A bit of musk is something that you can detect, obviously, but overall, it's again those clean smelling, non-offensive fragrance like. And you have this clean floral with an exquisite, I would say, jasmine heart that actually amazes me in this. I love jasmine. I love it so much that one of my girls wears the name of Jasmine, just Yasmin. The scent, it is in the category of a more sweet scent, but I believe because of the cedar that they put here, it balances out. So this sweetness will slightly have, an interesting edge. It's not that tart, headache inducing or sickening sweetness. It's very feminine, but so soft. Again, and I do consider this an office friendly. Um, and this whole bottle comes at such an affordable price tag. Again, for 100 milliliters, I paid 36 euros. So that means for 10 milliliters, 3.6 euros. Now the dollar and the euros are equivalent, so I'm not going to make the conversions for you guys because we're at the same rate. Now, for me, if you would ask me what this jasmine smell in it, I would say it's a high class jasmine soap. It has comforting marshmallow radiating behind this fragrance, and you have a bit of woodiness in the dry down. This could be as well, if you would ask me when to wear it, I would see it perfect for your wedding fragrance. Um, it's the imagine this luxurious white gown or dress, and then you have this done hair up, or maybe some florals here in the hair, your makeup done, and this beautiful fragrance, and you name it for it. And it's absolute beauty. Um, and to be honest, I still haven't understood why this Calvin Klein scent doesn't have a bigger following. Hardly anyone on YouTube mentions it nowadays. Um, and I do want to bring this back into the community. I want people to keep reminding about this fragrance because I believe it's one of those lost fragrance gems that, got forgotten about. And I was really lucky enough to put my hands on this because, again, this is one of those fragrances that you will not be able to put your hands on it unless you actually manage to find maybe in an outlet store, maybe some lost pieces like I did, because, you know, this in a normal beauty store with fragrances, um, here in Cyprus, you would not find it anymore. So for me, this is a very, very special fragrance, and I'm so happy to have it. Now, I'm going to switch a bit from these floral, crispy scents back to your fresh scents. And I'm going to talk to you guys about one of my fragrances that I do consider clean and very fresh. And that's none the other but the much talked about Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense, the All Intense. This has also some dent. Now, the reason why you see only little dent, even though I had it since the beginning of the year, it's purely because I see it, or I prefer it as a summer scent. And I don't use it during winter or autumn, even though autumn is still warm here. But this is very fresh overall, very clean, very citrusy, sweet, um, sexy, I have to say that, and it's long lasting. The funny thing was, is related to this fragrance, is that men consider it even wearable for them. I do get that a bit of a masculine um, aspect of the fragrance, but you know, in my opinion, anyone can pull this one off. I mean, hands down. It has overall nice citrus scents. It's very refreshing, perfect for this, hot, suffocating summer months. And if you reside in a tropical or, Mediterranean country, or where it really gets hot, like here in Cyprus, you name it, maybe if you're living in African continent, um, Middle East, I believe that you absolutely need this. Just even if you respray it, which I don't think you need, but just to refresh yourself. I can see basically anyone not liking this on a hot or humid warm day. This fragrance, in my opinion, beautifully balances the citrus lemon, the green apple with the musk. And also, if you're, back to the traveling and destinations, like where it's hot, I think you would need to put it in your luggage with you. Or at least have a travel size spray of it, because really it's perfect for that. Um, as mentioned, it can turn a bit masculine to some, and some men might be interested in wearing this as well. So even if the fragrance is addressed for women, in my opinion, wear whatever you want, because who cares as long as you smell great and you yourself, you love the way you smell and you don't offend others. Now, this for me, it's very versatile again for the summer, where you can wear it anywhere, anytime, when you need just basically a fresh and clean, um, long performing fragrance. So that's why this is one of those versatile fragrances that will work for you for every occasion. Um, I mentioned that I prefer to use it during the hot summers because it has this clean, crisp, fresh vibe in it. And I absolutely love also the bottle, the glass of it. As you can see, I do have a dent in it, indeed. So let me show you like this also. And it reminded me also of one of the childhood fragrances that I used to have around in my country. It was produced by pharmacy. They don't have it anymore and used to come in a 7 milliliter stick. But nonetheless, I have this for now as a comfort. Next one here down the lounge are going to be two fragrances that are a bit on the pricier edge. So that's why I let them towards the end. And I do consider them again clean scents. And I'm going to talk again one by one so that we don't have confusions. And next on the line is Prada, the original. Prada La Femme, the name of the fragrance. Again, as you can see, it's a beautiful bottle. The reason why I prefer to show you more closely the bottles is because they have flankers. So flankers basically are babies of the originals that do tend to have the same DNA, plus something was changed to it or added to it. So therefore, I want to make sure that if this fragrance grabs your attention, then you know which one to look for. And Prada La Femme for me smells very clean again, very fresh and warm at the same time. But it has this soapy, clean, luxurious way of smelling as well. So it's not that cheap soap, but it's a luxurious soap. Kind of like, those that you find in expensive hotels, or you name it. If you want to consider it as an expensive shampoo, something within those lines. It's very elegant, it's very classy, and it smells so, so pretty. It's clean, you have a bit of creaminess, you have a bit of sweetness from the iris, which it is present, but it's not over the top. And you have this freshness and airiness, so it's not that suffocating, you know, something that I really, really enjoy. And this gives me these impressions like, you just showered in an expensive soap and you're now wafting through the most beautiful garden with yellow flowers or white flowers, even on a warm sunny day. That's how I can explain this fragrance. And for me, this is again one of those fragrances that it's super, super versatile, purely because I could wear it any day of the year, day or night, even in an office. If I want to, maybe at an expensive dinner, it smells absolutely expensive and beautiful and a little bit, I would say, formal. But in the drying down, this is, according to me and also some others that I could talk about this fragrance, they were saying as well, we share the same opinion. This tends to be a bit in the dry down, very similar to Poem by Lancome. I no longer have that fragrance. I see if I can find it somewhere and put my hands again on it, but absolutely beautiful, this scent. It has also a bit of honeyness in it. You get this kind of like tropical um, kind of vibe as well from it. So it's perfect for me as a clean scent. And the last one for today, in today's episode, we are going to talk. It's actually one of the most expensive, at least using the pricing from Cyprus. And I'm talking again about a full 100 milliliter size, and it's Dior Pure Poison. I absolutely love the bottle, as you can see. Obviously, each one of us might have our own taste, but from the Poison series, um, after the reformulations occurred, this is my poison because this was something that I really, really enjoyed. I tried to smell also the reformulated version of Hypnotic Poison, which I used to love years ago, but something has changed and I cannot stand it at this point. So, hands down for this instead of the Hypnotic one. Now, this for me, as you could see, I started also using from it. I'm not sure if you can see. There is a dent. Now, this for me is as straightforward and simple as clean it can be. It's also very memorable. Smells like fresh laundry with jasmine essential oils mixed in, or jasmine scented um, laundry sheets if you have those ones, or liquids if you have that. It's very fresh, it's very floral. um, I feel extremely clean and, you know, wrapped into something nice, like clean coziness a bit while wearing this. And what I like, it's also the way that when I'm wearing this on a fresh morning walk, or even I go to my work, I just want to feel clean, empowered, but also I use it, you know, as mentioned, in a work environment. Um, it's one of those fragrances that I reach for when I do not know, again, what to wear. Um, Again, because it's a beautiful scent, I consider it for some that it could be even their wedding scent. It can be your signature scent because it has high quality, high standard fragrances. Um, you know, at the end of the day, I'm talking about Dior. Um, Again, it could be one of your non-offensive fragrance, clean smelling scent that you might be looking for. What I do believe when smelling and wearing this fragrance is that, and from the feedbacks of people as well, basically, I believe that no one around you would get offended, but definitely they would notice you. They would give you compliments. They might even ask you, "What are you wearing? Because you smell so good." Because this smell so good and clean, perfect. And in my opinion, the the brand couldn't name this fragrance better. It's basically pure poison. Now, how you understand the word pure? It's clean poison. And cleanness at its most purest form, in my opinion. And this was my last fragrance that I'm going to talk about in today's video. If you have liked this kind of content, then don't forget to like this video as well before leaving, and also click on the subscribe button. And till next time, don't forget to also hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm going to upload the third part of this video. And thanks so much for supporting my channel. Till next time, take care and bye for now.